Alright, you guys, it's time once again for Fan Friday!
We're gone to the Snow Dogs!
So for those of you that might not know, Fan Friday is a day where we answer questions submitted by you guys, the fans. To have your question, to have a chance to have your question answered in next week's Fan Friday, just use the hashtag AskGTTSD and leave... I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, I'm not even going to edit that out. That was way too cute. So if you have a question you would like to submit for next week's Fan Friday, leave it down in the comments below using the hashtag AskGTTSD. Now, let's get to the questions for this week. But before we get to the questions for this week, last week Jamie and I had the opportunity to go to VidCon, which if you don't know what VidCon is, it's basically a great big gathering of a bunch of YouTubers and community members, and it's in Anaheim, California. If you want to see our reaction, our adventure, our trip to VidCon that sadly this year the dogs could not go with us to, you can check that out at youtube.com/snowdogsvlogs, which is our vlog channel, and be sure to subscribe while you are there. And maybe next year, the dogs can be special guests at VidCon. We saw dogs there this year and I was upset because our girls should have been there. Anyway, back to the questions. M4Ever4H says, why do the whites of Oakley's eyes always appear so red? Is she on medication? She has such beautiful eyes. She, from time to time, her eyes look really, really red. Today, it looks like the one on this side looks redder than the one on that side. We had some people over earlier today, and it caused a little bit of stress. She kind of, you know, freaked out a little bit because there was new people here, so she had a little bit of anxiety. Oakley's eyes tend to change color on days when she's had a little bit too much stress or on days where she may have had a little bit too much pain. We do give her Rimadyl from time to time to help her with like her arthritis pain and things like that. And usually that will take that little bit of red out of her eyes. There are also some other things. We give her some supplements, glucosamine supplements and things like that also to help. I've asked the vet about it a few times and he said it's actually perfectly normal. She's a little bit older of a dog, and because she's a high anxiety, high stress dog, that it's something that can happen with them. Also, a lot of you guys have noticed that her eyes tend to run. Her eyes run a lot. Like this side doesn't look bad, but if she turns the other way again, you can see where there's the little bit, there you go, you can see right where the little bit of staining is coming down on her eyes. Her eyes run a lot, and again, that's just something that's due to her anxiety and her stress. And we can put her in the most comfortable situation ever, and sometimes she just has good days and bad days. See how she sits down really slow? She actually has some arthritis in her back that causes her to have a harder time getting up and sitting down. She's an older dog, you guys. But health concerns, health-wise, if you're asking for those reasons, she is actually healthy. The vet has checked her out, and she's doing good. And sometimes her eyes are red, and sometimes they look really good. Nobody asked this week. Actually, I'm sure a million of you did. Do Huskies dig? Yes, of course they do. See? I told you so. Caitlin Guest wants to know, I have a Doberman and I can't seem to find a tunnel that is tall enough for her and good quality. How are yours holding up and where did you get them from? For those of you that don't know, we did pick up a chute for agility in our yard and a tunnel for agility in our yard. And I got them from ATI Agility. Agility tunnels come in standard sizes. You don't necessarily want one that's as tall as your dog, because that's going to be too big. I think mine are the 4-pitch. I'm not sure, but you can look on the site. It's ATI Agility is where I got mine from. Andrea Network wants to know, why does Memphis want to eat everything? I don't know, but we should ask her why she just tried to eat like the 20 bees that jumped on her. Were you trying to eat the bees? Thankfully she's okay. But she did just try to eat 20 bees, so we had to pause Fan Friday and make sure she was alright. They actually, like, attacked her. Did the bees attack you because you were trying to eat them? You know, everything isn't for eating, Memphis. Did you know that? Everything is not for eating. So to answer the question, why does Memphis want to eat everything? I have no idea, because she's crazy. I don't know if I got asked this week, because there's probably 700 questions that got submitted this week, but you guys always ask if I'm married. They always want to know, are you married? Yeah, I'm married. That's my husband. You can see us at youtube.com/snowdogsvlogs if you're not already subscribed there. King Snake says, which is better for dog hair, wood floor or carpet? I'm gonna have to say wood floor or laminate floor, or like we have, pergo floor. Carpet tends to just hold on to the hair, and you're never going to get all the hair out of the carpet, where when you have like a hard floor like the Pergo Outlast Plus like we have, it all just kind of floats off to the corner and you just suck it up with the vacuum. It's also a matter of personal opinion really, but I would much rather have my Pergo floors than carpet any day. Drex HD said, have your dogs ever eaten something bad like bugs or chocolate? Well, Memphis just ate some bees. Shelby ate a remote control, 2 remote controls, some Christmas lights, some Christmas ornaments, a rug, money, flash drives, shoes. What else did you eat? Lots of things. She never ate chocolate. Shiloh ate chocolate once and then puked it all back up. TCB Goat wants to know, if you had to describe each of the girls, what would you describe them as? Shelby would be the diva, Memphis would be the cuddle bug, and Oakley would be the fluffy butt. I don't know if I could describe them as anything else. Fluffy. Lemony Drop wants to know, what if you got a pool and filled it with ice? Would they love it? We actually did that a couple weeks ago while Nora was here. I'll put a link to the video up in the cards. Shelby liked it. Memphis kind of liked it. Oakley wanted nothing to do with it. Egnos wants to know, has Shelby ever eaten any fruit or vegetable without it cooked or with dip on it? Yes, Shelby likes lettuce. One of these days I'll have to do a video of just that. Shelby actually loves lettuce, just plain lettuce. She'll eat it as is with nothing on it. I don't know why, but she does. She'll like that coconut too without dip. But the other thing I know she'll eat without dip is lettuce. Animal Pet Lover 6 says, do you have any advice on going on vacation and leaving your Huskies at home? I will be leaving for 4 days and have someone coming by the house 3 or 4 times a day, but I'm still nervous about it. If you watch our vlogs, you'll know that we just recently actually left our dogs for 5 days? 5 days, 6 nights, something crazy like that, some ridiculously long period of time, and it was the first time we were actually away from the dogs for that long. What we did is we actually had a family member, my sister Rebecca, actually came to the house and stayed with the dogs the entire time we were gone. We did one time when we went out of town for 2.5 days, we had somebody that did kind of like you just said. They came over multiple times throughout the day and checked on the dogs, but we also have the camera system here so we could check on them, and if we saw something or needed our friends to run over and check on them, they would. So suggestions would be, I think what you're doing should work. If you have access to a camera so you can have a live feed of your dogs while you're gone, that would be a good thing. And Shelby's like, Mom, were you talking? Because we're totally going to go check out this chipmunk. So anyway, as long as it's somebody you trust, I think you're making the right decision. Chrisabear2980 says, have you thought about dyeing the girls' tails like Banana? For those of you that don't know who Banana is, she's at youtube.com/creativepetkeeping. And yes, I have actually thought about getting the non-toxic pet safe dye and dyeing the girls' tails, doing Shelby's purple and Memphis's green, and probably not doing Oakley at all because I think that would make her too uncomfortable. But I actually think Shelby and Memphis would let us do it. The only reason I haven't done it is because I didn't know if you guys would want us to do it or not. So what do you think? Should we get some pet safe non-toxic dye and dye the dog's tails and ears? Not Oakley. I wouldn't do it to Oakley because I know that would make her way too uncomfortable, but the other two might enjoy it. Tell us what you think down in the comments below. We got some mail. We got some mail. You look happy. You look happy. Want to open some mail? Let's do it. So we got a letter from Emily with a picture of her husky, Maggie. And it says there's 2 other packages coming for Memphis and Shelby, but the one in here is for this is for Oakley. This is for Oakley. Oakley, look. No, give it to Oakley. It's for her. It's for, oh, she took it. Look, she got it. She got it. She's like, this is mine, guys. See you later, bye. And the other toys she sent, one for Shelby and one for Memphis, also showed up. And we got a letter from Abigail, and look how cute this is. Oakley, you can't eat it. Look how cute it is. Gosh, I used to play with beads like this all the time when I was little. We should make more of these. These are fun. And we got a letter from Annika, who is a new member of the Pawdience. Well, welcome to the Pawdience, Annika. We got a beautiful letter from Anne. This was Anne's husky, Sierra, who passed away. And thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your story with us. Sierra reminds me of Shiloh. She also reminds me of Oakley. I think it's just a black and white husky thing. Look how pretty. Aww. And we got a letter from 9-year-old Graham with a couple of questions. Graham wants to know if all of our dogs are purebred. Yes, we even had a DNA test done on Oakley, so we do know that all of the dogs are purebred. And Graham also wants to know if we will be visiting New Jersey anytime soon. You know, that's somewhere I've never been. We're gonna have to put it on the travel list. Maybe someday we will come there. And we got some beautiful drawings from Marley. And we got an awesome drawing from Kennedy. Alright you guys, that's all we have for Fan Friday today. If you didn't do so yet, on Monday we uploaded a BarkBox unboxing video. And on Wednesday we uploaded a DIY dog popsicle, or popsicle, bottle bomb pops is what I always remembered they were called, but it was a popsicle treat video, patriotic popsicles. So if you haven't checked those out yet, please make sure to do so. Also, don't forget to hit like on this video and share it with your friends to help us grow the audience. And again, if you want to see our awesome epic adventure to VidCon, head on over to youtube.com/snowdogsvlogs to watch our 5 days away from the dogs. And don't worry, the dogs still made it in the videos because thankfully Rebecca had a camera on her and filmed the dogs while we were gone. Alright you guys, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. Goodbye!